My name is Butkis McPigskin, and I'm a huge fan of football. All the foot, all the balls. Football! Now, for those of you who are thinking of becoming football fans yourself, but aren't sure which teams to root for out of fear of being disappointed, I'm here to help. This is How Not to Be Disappointed by NFL Football. So, I'm just gonna put you in my shoes to show you how I accomplished this guide. And the first step into finding which teams to root for is to ask yourself the question, where do I live? Do you live in Georgia? You live near Atlanta? Well, it doesn't matter, because Georgia's got a football team. It's the Atlanta Falcons. And that's gonna be your football team. They play in the NFC South, and that's important. For those of you who don't know, the NFL is broken down into two conferences, the AFC and the NFC. And each of those conferences is broken down into 4 different divisions, North, South, East, and West. And those divisions are important because if the Falcons absolutely suck this season, who are you going to root for then? Well, I'll tell you who you're going to root for. You're going to root for a team in each and every division. That'll decrease your chances of being disappointed. But how are you going to find those teams? You're going to keep going. You're going to look at my second step, which is, where do your friends or relatives live or are from? You got grandparents who live in Florida because of course you do? Are they more toward the north of Florida? Perfect, because you got the Jacksonville Jaguars. They play in the AFC South. Your best friend is from Baltimore? Whoa, they got the Baltimore Ravens and you're rooting for them now. You're a Raven for the Baltimores. Ha! They play in the AFC North. You got an uncle who lives in New York. There's literally 2 teams you can root for. You got the Giants and the Jets, both from New York. The Giants in the NFC East and the Jets in the AFC East. Whoa, 2 teams, that's awesome. That's so much less work now. Your favorite movie star lives in Los Angeles. They got 2 teams in Los Angeles too. You got the Rams and you got the Chargers. The Rams play in the NFC West and the Chargers in the AFC West. Whoa, it's getting so easy, isn't it? Another one with 2 teams in the same city. And that just leaves the NFC North. But you don't got any relatives or friends living in any of those cities. But you like Lizzo, and you don't know where Lizzo's from, but she mentions Minnesota Vikings in one of her hit songs. So, you're rooting for the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, praise Lizzo! Now you got a team from every division to root for. But wait, that's only 1 team out of divisions of 4. There's still a 75% chance you're going to be disappointed. What do you do now? Well, I'll tell you, my peeps, that's why you gotta select a backup team from every division. And I can help you out, because we're not done with relatives yet. You got parents from North Carolina. That's perfect, because you got the Carolina Panthers. And they don't even specify which Carolina it is. They could have been from South Carolina. You still would root for the Panthers. You've got your NFC South backup, the backup for your first division. You got cousins from Massachusetts? Well, that means you're rooting for the New England Patriots now. Because, you know, Massachusetts is in New England. It encompasses 6 states, which might be a little unfair in terms of fandom, but still, it doesn't matter, because now you have your AFC East backup team. But now you're out of relatives, and you're out of friends. So how are you going to pick the rest of your backup teams? By moving on to the third step, which is your favorite color. You like the color red, which is perfect, because there's a lot of teams with red in them. Let's look at the first one, Kansas City Chiefs. Look at all that red. There's red all over that logo. This is the perfect kind of red for you. And they play in the AFC West, so that's your AFC West backup. The Arizona Cardinals. That bird is red. It's a red bird, and the cardinal is one of the reddest birds in existence. And the cardinal is an adorable bird. You're not gonna root against it, and they play in the NFC West. So now you got your NFC West backup. San Francisco 49ers. I don't know nothing about history, so I don't know what a 49er is, but I do know the color red, and that's red. So you're rooting for them. But wait, they play in the NFC West too, just like the Cardinals. You already got them as your backup. Well, that doesn't matter, because they're gonna be another backup for the NFC West. Because the more you have, the less disappointed you're gonna be. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Look at all that red, and they're pirates. Who doesn't like a good pirate? I know a lot of people like Jack Sparrow. Is he on the Buccaneers? Maybe he is. You gotta watch to find out. But they also play in the NFC South, and you've already got your backup team for them. But it's okay, because like I said, the more the merrier! The Pittsburgh Steelers. What's that in the logo? It's Red Star. It's a red star. That means you're rooting for the Steelers. They're gonna be your AFC North backup. The Tennessee Titans. Look at that. Another red star in the logo. There's a couple of them now. And look, the flame bot is red too. You're rooting for the Titans. They're your AFC South backup. Then there's the Houston Texans. Their logo has half of red on it. You're gonna be rooting for them, definitely. Forget about the unoriginal team name, you're rooting for them. And they also play in the AFC South, so now you got another backup for the AFC South. The Buffalo Bills. Look at that, there's a red stripe going across the bill. or the Buffalo. It's never been, they never really specified what you're supposed to call that. But there's red on it, and that's what matters. And then you also play in the AFC East, so you got another AFC East backup team, the Washington Redskins. The word red is literally in the name. They're the Redskins. You're rooting for them now. Forget about the racism the NFL does all the time. You're rooting for the Redskins. They are your NFC East backup. The Cleveland Browns. They're brown. They are not red. They're literally called the Browns because they're brown. So you're not rooting for them because they're brown, not red. Then, who else you gonna root for? There's an uneven pull in the backup system, and you gotta fill that in by moving on to the fourth step, and that is rooting for your favorite mascot. You like horses? Good, because we got two horse teams that you can root for. Look at that, the Denver Broncos. Look at that horse. It's orange, it's got orange in it. It's close to red, but it's not red. Look at his face. That looks like a face that's ready to play some football. Well, the horse isn't actually gonna play football because he couldn't catch a ball with his hooves or anything, because they're hooves. And he might bite the ball and pop it. Or maybe he could kick it. He could be a good field goal kicker because he might have a powerful kick with his hooves. But that doesn't matter because you're rooting for the Broncos, and that's what matters. Then there's the Indianapolis Colts. For one thing, that's the coolest city name ever. For another thing, look, it's a horseshoe, so they're definitely a horse. You don't believe me? Here's a picture of their mascot. Yeah, that's a horse. So you're rooting for them now. You like doggos? Of course you do. Who doesn't like doggos? Dogs are adorable! And look, the Browns. The Browns are actually a dog. It has nothing to do with the color brown. It's just a dog. You're rooting for the Browns because you love dogs. Dogs are awesome. You like big cats? I hope you do, because you're already rooting for the Panthers and the Jaguars. But guess what? We got two other big cat teams for you. We're gonna start with this one, the Detroit Lions. Look at that. It's a lion. It's a blue lion. And the blue lion makes you think of Food Lion, right? Because food is good. Food makes you happy. It is good to be happy. So you're rooting for the Lions now. And here's the other one, Cincinnati Bengals. What even is a Bengal? Well, it's a tiger thing, I'm pretty sure. Just judging by the Bengals and looking at their uniforms and stuff, a Bengal is a kind of tiger, and that's a big cat. So you're rooting for the Bengals. You like birds? Well, the Falcons were your first team, and you've already got the Ravens and the Cardinals under your wing. Ha! And there's two other bird teams for you to root for. Here's the Philadelphia Eagles. Look at that eagle. That eagle's intense. It's ready to play some football. Or at least it's ready to hurt people who don't like the Eagles, so you better like the Eagles, and you do, because you like birds. There's the Seattle Seahawks. You like the sea because that's where water is, and water gives you life. And you like hawks because hawks are cool, so you're rooting for the Seahawks now. The Miami Dolphins. Look, it's a dolphin! Who doesn't love a dolphin? Dolphins are adorable! Dolphins are awesome! Dolphins always look like they're proud of you, or they want you to succeed, so you are going to succeed in rooting for them. You like Packers? Of course you don't, because you don't know what a Packer is. Hell, I'm a football fan and I don't even know what they are. So you're not rooting for the Packers because you don't know what they are. Maybe you don't like every animal. There's the Chicago Bears, and you don't really like bears because bears mauled that cousin of yours in Massachusetts. So you're not going to root for them based on their mascot. But that's going to bring me to my next and final fifth step. Rooting for the players. Maybe you're not invested enough in football to look at their personal lives or how good they are on the field and read their statistics. So you're going to root for the players based on who's got the coolest name. This brings us back to the Bears because they got a player for them named Clinton Dix. Clinton Dix? That's the best name in the history of the world. How can you not love that name? You gotta root for that guy. You're laughing as you say his name. He makes you feel happy because of the laughter. Clinton Dix, that's awesome. You're rooting for the Bears now. Now let's keep going. The Dallas Cowboys, they got a player named Taco Charlton. Taco? How can you not root for a guy named Taco? You're not gonna not root for them. You're rooting for them now because you gotta love Taco. He's gonna make you wanna eat tacos. And tacos are a good way to be happy. The Green Bay Packers, oh look, they're back. And they got a player on there named Geronimo Allison. Geronimo? That's perfect. Every time you watch him do something cool, you're gonna yell, Geronimo! And you're gonna feel great about yourself and feel great about the fact that you decided to root for the Packers and watch football. The New Orleans Saints, they got a player named Will Clapp. It doesn't sound like the coolest name at first, but think about it. Will Clapp. He's telling you what's gonna happen. You will clap when you see Will Clapp playing. You will clap. And who doesn't like clapping for somebody? You're rooting for the Saints now because you will clap for Will Clapp. And the Oakland Raiders, they got a player named Vontaze Burfict. I don't even know if I said that right, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you say it. Vontaze, Vontaze. perfect, perfect, it doesn't matter. That's awesome, that's what that is. You're definitely rooting for Oakland. How can you root against that? There we go. That completes all of my steps. So let's see where we are now. Wait a minute. That's all of them. That's literally every single NFL team. You're rooting for every single team. So there's no possible way you could be disappointed by football. Yeet! All you gotta do is sit back, relax, enjoy the football, and try not to think about all the CTE. I'm Butkis McPigskin, and I'll see you at Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll be the one dousing himself with a pitcher of beer every time his team gains a yard. And I know that doesn't narrow it down much, but as you now know, that's every team! Yup!